Good evening, Mount Vernon Democrats. My name is Babur Lateef. I am the current chairman of the Prince William County School Board. I'm a practicing ophthalmologist. I'm a parent of 4 children, and I'm a public servant for a while. I've also served on the Board of Visitors at the University of Virginia, serving the last 2 years as chairman of their Health System Board. What I want to tell you is that Prince William County was a red county when I started. I ran against a guy by the name of Corey Stewart. And that was a red county when I did that in 2011. But Fairfax Democrats, Mount Vernon Democrats came down the road and helped us turn that county blue. I want to thank all of you for doing that. We took over the Board of County Supervisors in 2019. It was only in 2019. We held it in 2023. What I want you to know is some of the work that I do on a daily basis as school board chair. We've given teachers the largest raise in the history in the country in the last 7 years. 61% raise for teachers. We've implemented collective bargaining, prevailing wages. We've got record scholarship dollars for our students, from $20 million a year to about $130 million a year, which is real money in real pockets for real people. Now, let me tell you about this past week. A couple weeks ago, we got a letter from Donald Trump. Said that if you don't close your DEI program in all the schools, all the universities, we will cut your federal funding. That's right. That's right. That deadline was last night at midnight. And a reporter called me yesterday and said, Dr. Lateef, what are you going to do tomorrow about DEI? And I said, we will proceed as usual. He then asked me, well, what happens when he cuts your federal aid? I said, we will then see him in court. We're going to get a little interactive in here. You're going to finish my sentences. When he comes and takes our immigrant kids, we will see him in court. If he comes after our libraries, we will see him in court. If he takes away our Medicaid, we will see him in court. If he goes after contraception, abortion, or IVF, we will see him. Thank you. I had a guy today in Northern Neck say we will see him in jail. God willing. God willing. And so I'm not that Democrat's going to wave a white flag, folks. Okay, we will take him to court. When Karen Corbett Sanders and I were serving the school board together, we took Youngkin to court when he did an executive order on mask mandates, and we beat him in federal court 3 days after he was inaugurated. Okay, we will take to the streets. I marched with the American Government Workers Association with my white coat because physicians and research scientists work for the federal government. My wife works at NIH. So that's important. We'll do the streets, we'll do the courts, and we'll do civil disobedience if that's what it takes. Okay? That's what this is. Who in here is a federal worker or knows a federal worker or a contractor? Yes, that should be everyone. We will work hard to defend their work. You need a leader who's a lieutenant governor who knows what it's like to have someone in their family in the federal workforce, someone who's worried about losing their job. My patients are losing their jobs on a daily basis. I see 50 patients a day and they are scared. My parents of students in Prince William County schools are losing their jobs. They are scared. My wife, who works at NIH, who's a research scientist, is worried. We need to do something to manage this. And you need a leader who understands what people are going through. When he takes Medicaid, let me ask you something. What does a Medicaid patient look like? Us. Take a look around. That's right, like me and you. Medicaid patient may have lost her job yesterday, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. It is a safety net to protect all of them. Those are my patients. I take care of those patients. I know what they're going through. I know what they're afraid of. It is a great program. Virginia, California have expanded it more than any other states in the country, and we need to defend that. You need a leader who understands how that impacts people. Last, I'm going to leave you with, I'm going to leave you with a story. Well, first, I want to tell you why I represent your best chance as a lieutenant governor candidate in the fall. I have won more votes than anyone in the lieutenant governor race in Prince William County 3 times, 70,000 votes 60,000, 60,000 in those off-year awful elections for red, purple districts. We've helped make Prince William go from red to blue with your help. I won those races in districts that are not really blue. I'm uniquely qualified because I see people every day. I talk to them every day. I know their stories, whether they're Republican patients or Democratic patients or children, Medicare, Medicaid. That makes me uniquely qualified, and also one of the few that have a small business. And so those unique aspects of what I bring to the table will help me make the decisions that help us lead our Commonwealth and move us forward. I'm going to leave you with one last story about one of those patients. I had a patient about 4 or 5 years ago, great Democrat, by the way, sort of bring this all together. She's an immigrant from the Philippines, married an American GI. She's about 70, she's a widow now. She had a very rare type of stroke and lost vision in both eyes immediately. She came to the office, took care of her. There was nothing we could do. When you lose vision with a stroke, you lose it for good. And we sent her to all the specialists. She spiraled into depression. She was living alone. Her kids live in the region. Her kids are stretched, taking care of their own kids. They were each spending a night with her, or nights, and they divided it up, and it was a lot of strain. Every day, every week, she would come to my office. Really, what can I do? What can I do? Now, we don't have any real social services for the blind and visually impaired in Northern Virginia. The only place to go is in Richmond. So I sent her, after a year of this, she was struggling. She went to Richmond, and she went to the school for the visually disabled. And then I didn't see her. I didn't see her for 2 years, 3 years. She came back last fall, and I said, "Where you been?" She said, "Dr. Lateef, I went down there. I learned how to live with this. It changed my life. I moved down there to an apartment next to the building, and now I teach in that school." If you believe we are in dark times, leave here with the hope that that's who we are, that's who our American friends, our neighbors, our patients, our colleagues, that's who we are as a country. She found hope, and she then took that hope and not only got her life back, she created a brand new life. And so I want to leave you with that, folks. Please consider me, Babur Lateef, as your Lieutenant Governor candidate for tonight in the straw poll, and on June 17th, and in November. Thank you very much.